Hi everyone, Clusimall Designs here. This is part 7 of the Hobby Boss 1/35th scale Canadian Leopard 2A4 tank build. Well, she is almost complete. I would say about 95%. A few little pieces to go on here and there, and then as far as the build go, it's done. Then the weathering starts, and then the crew figures obviously, and then put it on the diorama, and away we go, right? But as far as the build goes, we are almost done. But I did want to do a video to show you a few things, obviously since the last video that we've done. In the last video, obviously it was in 3 parts, but now we have it all put together. But a few important things to go over in this one. We're going to start with the hatches, obviously. That was a thing that didn't quite look right to me, and I figured out why. They're reversed. The instructions kind of teach you wrong. This hatch is wrong. This hatch is wrong as far as placement. This one should be here, and this one should be here. Something just didn't jive with me. Even looking at it in the instructions, I couldn't figure out what it was. But whether you build this in the open or closed position, this one should be here, and this one should be here. So just keep that in mind. So that's how it should be. You do have to manipulate it a little, no matter which way you build it. But it can be done. It was easy to do, and then that's the end result. So that turned out really nice. The only reason why I'm doing it in the open position, obviously, is because I want my model to look, different. I mean, we already, of course, manipulated this thing hugely by, grafting a whole end piece on, the back. But I want to have crew figures in here, so that turned out really well. I did put the lights on right there. Of course, we've taken that from the 2A4M kit, because with the 2A4 kit, those were molded on to the frame itself in plastic. And of course I didn't like that, because we're already butchering my 2A4M kit. I thought, let's just take the clear ones. And I'm going to try and get in a little closer if I can. It's kind of hard to do with this. Of course, I'm doing this all from an iPad there, guys, so sorry for the, the quality here. This is just all I have. But how I did those is what I did, because those are clear parts. I just drilled from underneath the clear part with my little drill, and then I painted with my paintbrush a little bit of orange, and I painted from the inside with an orange. That way I wasn't going to ruin the clear part from underneath. I suppose you could use some transparent orange from the outside, but I wanted to give that real look, like there was like an orange light on the inside. So all I did is just put a little orange paint on the tip of my brush, and then from the clear from the drill where I cleared out the hole, I just put paint from the inside, and then that was the end result. So I think that turned out really well. In person, obviously, it looks a lot better. So there we go. So that was, fairly simple to do, and I think it turned out really well. And then, of course, I'm going to start putting some stuff in the baskets there. I got a cooler, water cooler. I got a box of Ritz crackers in there. And then, of course, I got some MREs right there from Duplicata. This is just some of the stuff he makes there. You got some Triscuits, some Ritz crackers, cheeses. He does all sorts of things. So go check him out there. He does some great stuff. All you got to do is cut it out, fold it, and put a little bit of glue on the ends. Again, this is just an example of some of the stuff he makes. And then the cooler, that's just one of the sets I got there, and I just took the cooler out of there. And it fits nicely in there. And then for the antennas, that right there, the green parts that you see, that was from my 2A4M kit. As you can see right there. Now, of course, I cut that part out completely. And then I had to shave down, because that stands tall, that tower piece. I actually had to cut that much off, because it actually sits lower, as you can see. And then I had to shave down that a little bit. I had to take a little bit off to get to shrink it down. I just used my reference photos. And then this set here, Orange Hobby makes a set. And try and get a better view here. This here is actually for these vehicles, Stryker, Lavs, M1 Abrams. You know, this is actually for, you know, these vehicles here. So instead of trying to do it out of sprues and you know melting sprues and then stretching them and stuff, this set actually worked out really well. So the instructions are easy to follow. You just basically slip it down and you know paint it up. So that worked out really well. And then of course I got the shovels and stuff on the Pioneer tools. The PE parts have to go over here yet. I still have to do that. I gotta fill that basket yet. I gotta cover, you know, these little parts here. There's a Pioneer tool that I put on. I got that on. So there's still a few things yet to go on, you know, to finish off the whole look of the tank. But we're almost there. But it's definitely coming. You know, I want to do a little bit of, you know, weathering right here, you know, to simulate, you know, not soot, but you know what I mean, use of the barrel. And that's another thing too right here. I actually used the Bronco set. You know, you might as well from the tracks. It just looks a lot better. And the instructions show right here, they actually have it upside down. So that's another thing to consider too. When they show you to put this on, they actually have this upside down. That's the correct way to put it. So keep that in mind as well. You want the piece to clip in to there. So again, it's a lot of back and forth with your research material. And then with the mirrors, they only show you how to put the mirrors up. That's how they show you to display them. So you do have to cut right there. So that you bend them in the down position. So you kind of have to cut them and then re-glue it so it's down. There we go. That was pretty simple. So just cut and then re-glue it so they face down. If you want them in the down position. I mean, you can have it if you want to do it where it's driving with them up, then, you know, by all means do it that way. And of course I put the doors in right here, so it's open. Again, that's optional if you want to have them closed. I mean, that piece here was just one piece. You just basically glue it in one piece. But I want, you know, more options for my tank, something more to look at. Otherwise, it's just too much green. So there we go. I believe that, you know, pretty much covers, you know, the work I've done since the last video, other than obviously, you know, gluing it. Actually, sorry. There's that piece I was talking about in the last video. I have no idea what that is, but I installed it. Let's see if I can get a closer view of it. I don't know what that is, but I scratch built it and I put it in. And there's some more detailing to go on right here. Just some, you know, black, you know, detailing to go on right there. And at the back, whatever that piece is there, some infrared stuff. But whatever that piece is, you know, if you know, in the comments there, put it in. But whatever that is, I built it and I threw it in. It's part of it. I didn't actually go ahead and do the barrel cleaning rods. I just opted not to do it. Otherwise, I would have been sacrificing another one of my kits. So I thought, you know what, for detail that's sometimes there and sometimes not, from the reference pictures, I just decided to go ahead and not do it. And then there's the C6. That was from my Legend set. And this does have a bit of movement. This can go up or down a bit. And I kind of have it off to the side a little bit, just so it'll accommodate my figure. So my figure will sit right here nicely, so that way the machine gun's not really in his way. So the detail on that turned out really nice. Pretty beefy actually. So from the kit one to the legend one, I like the legend one a lot better. So once I get the crew figure in there and stuff like that, it'll all the detail that will be right there is going to be really nice. And the fact that I can actually, you know, pivot the machine gun up or down a little bit, you know, gives you know, a little more freedom to the model. So there we go. That's where we're at with this. It's really turning out, in my opinion anyway, to be, you know, a beautiful model, especially for one that's not even supposed to exist. Very happy with the turnout of my 2A4 Canadian. So thanks so much for watching, and stay tuned for the next video. We're going to get into the diorama, and the figures will probably be last. That'll be like the crowning touch will be my figures, but the next video you'll see will be the diorama, and obviously the finishing touches on the tank will be in there as well. So thanks so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I look forward to your comments. Bye.